This week, the Mississippi Gulf Coast is marking 20 years since Hurricane Katrina made landfall, with commemoration ceremonies planned across the lower 6 counties. Waveland is inviting you to join them for a special service and community breakfast. Here with more, event organizer and executive director of the Steps Coalition, Jonathan Green. Thanks for joining us. So first of all, let's talk about what the Steps Coalition is.
Sure. So Steps Coalition was actually formed as a result of Hurricane Katrina. So we were organized in September of 2006, and the whole idea was to really give the community a voice in the recovery process. So we primarily represent low-income Black and Brown and Indigenous communities on the coast, and we've been around 19 years.
Yeah, and what are some big areas of progress you feel like have been made thanks to the help of the Steps Coalition?
Sure. So STEPS has 3 core priorities. One is community development, then there's human rights, and then also climate and environmental justice. And so we started out as an advocacy organization advocating for redevelopment of affordable housing on the coast. As people may not know, the Mississippi Gulf Coast lost over 60% of its housing stock as a result of Hurricane Katrina, and we're still not back to pre-Katrina levels of housing. So that's a big area that we spend a lot of time working on. Both advocating at the federal level. So we've been blessed to work with organizations like Enterprise Community Partners to start doing pre-development to build additional housing on the coast. Okay,
and you're still working towards that. And coming up on this Friday, you're marking the hurricane with a ceremony in Waveland and some other locations as well, right?
Correct. So as a part of what we're calling the Katrina Week of Action, which is being anchored by organizations Taproot Earth, the Foundation for Louisiana, the Ashe Cultural Arts Center, and Junebug Productions. Across the 3 states, from Louisiana, Mississippi, and Alabama, there's going to be over 90 events happening in commemoration of Hurricane Katrina. And in Waveland, we're partnered with the Gulfside Assembly, which is a United Methodist retreat center that was actually totally destroyed by Katrina. So it's kind of for a lot of the community, it's a sacred site. And we thought it would be the ideal place to have what we're calling a remembrance ceremony. So starting at 6 a.m., we'll be having an interfaith sunrise service. So people of all faiths are welcome to join us for that service, just to commemorate what was lost, whether it was family members or property, but also to think about the future. So, even though we're commemorating Katrina, we're really positioning ourself and the community to focus on how we can build a resilient Mississippi Gulf Coast.
Okay, and let's take a look at the information here. They're going to come up on the screen. This is happening in Waveland. You talked about it at the retreat center site there. Lasting, you can go by there from 6 a.m. to 3, but the sunrise service sounds like an emotional time that will be as the sun rises on the anniversary of the actual day of the storm. Why did you feel like it was important to mark the day with a commemoration ceremony like this?
We felt like it was important for a couple of reasons. One, to acknowledge again the community and what was lost, but also to acknowledge how much progress we've made since Katrina, but also to begin to have a conversation with the community about how do we build resiliently so that the next time we know the climate is changing, we're getting more hurricanes, they're more severe. How does the community prepare, right? And really to have the conversation at the ground level. We know that there's FEMA, there's the different municipal organizations, emergency services, but how does the individual family prepare?
All right.
How is the individual family impacted by this type of weather event?
And the good lessons to take forward. Thank you so much for joining us today, and good luck with the ceremony on Friday.
Thank you.
Coming up next on the